Let's go. Majority of them are in touch. Oh, cool. Nino's on here. Gabby's on here. How's everybody doing?
Happy Wednesday.
Hey, Gabby, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. Got any plans for the week?
Uh, yeah, signed three clients.
There you go. There you go. What are these clients? What are you offering these clients again? I know it's the AI stuff, but what are you primarily doing for these clients on the AI side?
Um, so I have a prospect that is for a super smart website. So I'm building a super smart website for her with visitor tracking and stuff like that. Um, then I have another client or a prospect that I'm quoting. He's a criminal attorney, so we're gonna do the entire year scalability plan, starting with the website, and then we're gonna do a lead generation pipeline build, and then managing his whole marketing campaign.
Got it.
Um, and then I have another prospect. It should be a decision call, so I'll know by Friday if I landed it or not. He's a business lawyer. We're doing some campaigns. He wants to start small, so just start with some campaigns, get some results, and then elevate from there.
Got it. Got it. So you're building the marketing seems like for majority of these people, right?
Yeah, I have the capability of building the entire thing, so everything, all the entire sales operations is automated.
Got it.
So from the lead generation, so I'll build the audience, I'll find their audience, build it, and then activate them, engage them, put them in their calendar, and send all the reminders. So all they have to do is show up for their pre-qualified lead appointment.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So how can I help you? You
Um,
have any questions for me?
yeah, maybe. So I feel like I'm finding, and I'm not complaining about this. I'm finding a lot of small to mid-size companies that are engaging with me. Um, but I feel like I'm ready to level up or to graduate to the big boys club.
Okay.
I definitely have the team behind me, so I don't know how to get into the rooms that I'm not in right now. That will be my first question.
Okay, so how to get in the rooms that you're not in. Okay, so your top tier client right now, what what are their primary pinpoints that you're solving right now?
Lead generation and pre-qualification.
Okay, now how does that look like for a tier two client? Do you think they will still have that same issue?
Can you explain to me your differences in the tiers? What do you
Yeah, so what I
define
mean
or
is like
point?
right now it's you're talking about like lower tier business, somebody who's starting off doesn't know marketing, lead
Uh,
generation and everything, right?
yeah.
So tier two is not going to be the same type of a client. If that's a higher tier client is what you're trying to get now, right?
So let me rephrase that. The higher tier clients would be business owners that need to have AI and automation integrated and scalability. So I will do the entire AI software integration, and then I'll also do the marketing and integrate it all. A tier two would be someone that is just looking to generate some revenue to perhaps scale up to the tier one, but they just need some revenue right now. So that would be like marketing clients. And then
But isn't that what you're doing right now already?
no, I do a wide variety of things. So I can do custom builds where I everything is fully automated from soup to nuts. And then in top of that, I can also do the marketing and scalability, but I can do ads, I can do email, um, programmatic ads, and content creation. I have the team for all of that.
Okay, so this higher tier client that you're trying to get at, that's what I'm trying to pinpoint is higher tier client. That's what you're looking for right now, right? Is you
Mm-hmm.
have a ticket, let's just say it's $10,000, whatever it is. Now you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
get to the ticket of $20,000. Now, what are you offering for these $20,000, clients? It can't be the same thing as a $10,000 thing.
No, so that would be several voice agents. So if they have several departments, several voice agents, and then it will be fully automated agents that will do the content creation, will handle responses, follow-ups. So several automations that will essentially replace uh, up to 5 employees all at once.
Got it. So then right now, how are you doing the customer acquisition?
So I'm implementing my own tactics, which is working well. I feel like where I could probably use a little bit of help is would be more on like getting to know uh people of higher income, which is I think everybody's goal. I'm partnering up with Alan on sales agents. So I'm also because I'm the only one who's calling. And although I have AI to do follow-ups, AI cannot do cold calling. So I'm the only one that is doing cold calling right now. So I'm partnering up with Alan on that.
Good.
So the other nuance that I think that I need guidance would be in how to get into those rooms. So speaking of that, Domination did open several doors, and I was able to meet a lot of people of the caliber that I'm looking for. Um, it's just basically how do I replicate that? How do I keep replicating that? Because I haven't had um any more opportunities of that same caliber since Domination.
Okay. So how many sales agent do you have to pitch your service? Or is it just you?
It's like,
That's the issue. Is you need to duplicate yourself. And so basically, it seems like to me, you're the salesperson and you're the fulfiller too, right?
no, I have a team that does my
Okay.
fulfillment. So I have account
Okay.
managers and I have media buyers, and then I have uh developer and GHL um experts as well. So I have a
Got it.
team of like 10 people right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If I were you, you need more of your salespeople and just, or put yourself only in the sales position. So you're not getting into the mandated projects or get a project management to do that. So you're focusing on one main thing. And then when it comes to it, I mean, I would hire one or two salespeople to go out there and vet more businesses out there. Now, are you marketing for your business right now or no?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I just started doing programmatic ads, and I'm gonna throw in some social media ads in the new year, but not right
Okay.
now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if I were you, I would get into more of those conferences, like how you went to the Domination conference and stuff like that. And then just you're just gonna have to buy a higher ticket so you can have better conversations with individuals. But then when you're pitching it to these guys, it needs to sound good, but not to sales either.
Hmm.
But you're like, you need to sound like you're really more excited, right? And then again, it's again, like I said on the previous calls too, it's just all about you building those relationships and rapports over throughout and not just selling. That's where everybody makes a mistake. Is you're just trying to sell, not just trying to build genuine relationship with genuine value, right?
Hmm.
Does
I
that
think, yeah, I've been in corporate sales for over 20 years. I'm aging myself right now. So I think I have that down pat. I think my issue right now is having to clone myself. Like for example, for the Domination event, I felt like I needed to have someone there with me because there were so many people and so many good conversations.
correct?
Um, I had 30 leads out of that conference.
Good.
Um, so that's been probably my challenge to try to find somebody that will be able to be my twin.
Will be your client or will be working with you?
No, to be working with me.
Okay, so now you're saying you're having that challenge. Now, what seems to be the challenge that you're trying to look for? Is it the challenge or you just don't know exactly who you're looking for?
So I think that my biggest strength is being able to be strategic and in the sales part of it. So I think that maybe I'm being just a little picky on that department.
Okay, okay. Now, do you have an actual sales avatar that you've created? Like, this is the exact person that I'm looking for?
No, not yet.
See, that's what you need to work on. So how are you supposed to find somebody who you want to hire and you don't even know the perfect fit for the job? You know?
Right.
So
Hmm.
is it like, I mean, I'm just throwing things out there. Like, for an example, for me, I need somebody who's able to go out there, talk, and just, high energy. They're able to talk to anybody. They're not antisocial or anything like that. Like my whole entire company, they're like that. There's no antisocial people. They're genuinely friendly. They genuinely want to have an impact. They genuinely understand the business. They do everything in a genuine thing, right? Then from there, it's they know how to talk. When I'm saying talk, they're not shy to talk to people. All right, they're willing to
Hmm.
make handshakes, make friends, and they have that aura. Then from there, I just teach them the sales games from there. Because as long as you know, like how to talk, how to present yourself, you can sell shit in the back. It's not hard, right?
Hmm.
So if I were you, have you started looking at candidates or no?
No, not really. So I've gotten as far as like Alan and I have a conversation tomorrow. So the idea is to have inside salespeople making cold calling.
Good.
And then I can sit down and just focus on closing and or networking.
Perfect. Yeah. If I were you, that's a perfect plan. But to make this scale and actually add like a lot of value into your company, you need more people ASAP for especially the
Hmm.
salespeople. And then obviously you already told me that you have enough people to fulfill whatever, whatever clientele you
I
get in.
I do.
So you have a high operational output, but you don't have enough sales coming in. So you're probably bleeding right now as well too on the keeping too much. So when you do the calculation as far as like employee revenue per head, you probably have more like their operational output's a lot higher compared to the revenue that you're bringing in, is what I'm trying to say.
No, not at the moment. Simply because my biggest my what would be my biggest expense would be the high level experts, the VAs. I have it on a ticketed system, so right now I have it on like a part-time basis, but I can purchase more hours as I go along. So I can purchase up to 100 hours a week if I needed to.
Got it.
But I have it on the lower tier just simply because I'm waiting. So all my projects that I have right now, they're fully covered. But I'll purchase more as I come along.
Yeah, so the operationally you'll have no issue, right?
No,
Yeah, we just need to get more sales in there and more clients revenue in. Now, you're not going to be able to close all these clients either because you're not going to be able to focus on the business growth, correct?
correct. So
Yeah,
yeah, I would eventually need a closer as well.
correct. So then if I were you, I would start looking into that is to get a closer, get a closer, and then the other one, get somebody out there that will be out there networking, talking to you. So if you're on this side of the room, this person's this side of the room type of thing, and then it gets to the point where you guys are bringing everybody together and kind of doing something together too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I would keep your focus on that. But before you do that, you need to know exactly who you're trying to hire. Like, what type of culture you're looking for, what type of work ethic, how's their energy, their
Mm-hmm.
tonality, all that kind of stuff. Just lay it down to the T of what kind of avatar you're looking for. So it's not to the point where it's like, there's bad people out there or you can't find the right people. It's just you're just looking at the wrong spots and you don't know what kind of person you're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep,
And
that's a
then
good
it
idea.
and then it gets to the point where basically you're putting so much stuff out into the universe and then the law of attraction works and you're just getting shit ton of people just working for you. Like I literally just had a call earlier, like an hour ago with the gentleman who worked for another company that basically quit, who was kind of like a competitor company, and he was like their number two guy. I didn't like we just barely reached out. I was like, "Hey, bud, how are you doing?" He's like, "I'm great. I don't work for that company anymore." And he goes, "I love what you guys are doing. I love to get in a conversation with you guys." Right? That's simple and sweet. And then we just had a conversation. Now he's about to join our company in the next 2 weeks, and he's going to bring so much. Literally, this company's like right here. We're right here. I'm literally copying their main person, putting them into our company, and we're gonna do this pretty soon by the end of next year. That makes sense. But the only
Hmm.
way you can do that is when you know exactly who you're looking for. One, exactly who you're looking for, and then number two is like when you're out there shaking other people's hand, and the way you shake people's hand, the way you talk, and you're so confident in everything you know about your business, you know how they people see how passionate you are, how you're moving and grooving. That's exactly what you need to do. I mean, Lino too. Lino's been our investor now. He's like, you know what? Screw this shit. I'm tired of doing this 9 to 5 job and everything, and I want to join your guys' mission. I know, and I want to work with you guys. And same thing. And now a lot of the stuff is happening to us. You know,
Yes. Yeah, I'll definitely work on that and have an avatar for you next week.
for sure. Perfect. Perfect. How are
And
you,
camera
Alan?
in there.
How are you, Alan?
Yo, buddy, I'm doing terrific. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good, man. It was good.
Nice, nice. Had a chance to see family and do all the fun stuff.
Yeah, yeah. How about yourself?
Good, good. Yeah, we got some family together, did some good cooking, and just trying to keep the sales up during the holidays, you know?
Perfect.
So,
Yeah. It's always fourth quarters are usually harder for people. So you got to be strategically, you just got to um, do different strategies and stuff like that to continue to ramp up the sales, you know?
absolutely, yeah. And a few of them were like stalling out a little bit slow. And
Yep.
then, I was like, you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and do a Black Friday special?
Perfect.
Holiday special.
Okay.
And this is actually something Gabby and I have been working on with Melissa as well over there at Epic Talks. So,
Awesome.
so I think I found a really cool little niche to like regenerate sales by doing like a spring sale promo. Like get your callers for Black Friday ahead of time, you know? So I think I found like a little cool niche. So I'm going to be incorporating that in my social calendar and my promo calendar ahead. So like next one, I guess, would be New Year's sale, something like that. So that's been pretty good. I finished doing the second round of negotiation for the school group I was taking over. Looks like it's done. It's getting signed, and I brought on a partner to do the fulfillment. So now I just have to sit back,
Bingo.
where the 5 day challenge goes right. He's a sales guy. He's going to be the front runner. I just got to make sure everything runs smooth.
Good, good. So he's going to be the PM, like the project manager on that?
Yeah, he's going to be the lead. So we're taking over the 27,000 leads they got, and we're going to sell them a $47 5 day how to become a setter or closer workshop. So it's going to be like a 5 day challenge. So we're going to take his list, we're going to call all of his past buyers, resell them into a new program, and relaunch it in like a version 2.0 with him as the front.
Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet, sweet. Cool, cool. So, okay. So then let me ask you this though. I think I asked you this before. You buying the school, you said it, how does that correlate with your business? Does that add extra revenue, more clientele, right? You said?
So I need more soldiers. I need more setters and closers that are going to come from the 5 day challenge.
Got it. Cool.
So I'm using that
Oh,
as a
got it.
feed. So I'm using that as a feeder for my HR.
Got it. So you bought this school to teach them how to close and how to be a setter to the point where you would, if you had 100 people, you can take about 20-30% of them and actually have them work with you, but then continue the rest of them to continue to build on those skills until they're able to work for you, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Smart move. Smart move.
So we're gonna get their 27,000 opt-in leads. We're gonna get their 300 people that paid 6 grand for his closing course, and then we're gonna change the to a version 2.0, launch that at the end of the 5 day challenge for hey, get your new career in 2026. If you like opted in, you didn't do anything, you like bought the course, you didn't do anything, jump back on the $47 challenge for 5 days, upsell to 97. At the end of the challenge, we're upselling them to a $2,000 course. So the guy doesn't get paid out till we liquidate the sales from his existing list. No cash up front.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
That's for the guy that you're buying the school from, correct?
Yeah, my other
Yeah.
partner I brought on, he was the sales trainer for like Joe Polish and a bunch of big seminar guys, so he knows how to run big rooms even bigger than me. So
Cool.
I brought him the deal and I said, "Look, like I want you to help run it. You'll be the front guy. I will get the students in the back end and do the placement for jobs, which is my part. You just do a 5 day challenge, which he knows how to do. He's done a 100K 5 day challenge before. So he's going to come in, we're splitting the back end. And then if it doesn't work, no problem. Everybody walks away. We split some of the remainders. If we don't hit the 15K, no problem. If we're above it, we get all the assets. Make sense?
Cool. Cool. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And then so for these guys, once they do that and they become these setters and closers and you onboard them, how does their composition look like?
So we'll have the education
Is this
component.
structure? What I'm trying to say is this structure fair enough? Will you create a win-win scenario for them more than for yourself?
It's actually more on more of a benefit to the rep because
Okay, good.
yeah,
Good.
because like what's going to happen is let's say like Cambodge needs 20 reps for the Nashville event. Instead of me going to my Rolodex and pulling them, I would be now able to go to the bigger team and be like, hey, we have this opportunity and put it in the school group, and then everybody can apply for it. And then that would go into my hiring process. And then I can
Okay.
filter more leads for you and get you better people as a business owner. And then as a setter, you're now going to get trained in my process. You're going to get trained in their process, and they're going to be a much better setter before we even put them on a job. So that's going to be part of our education program when we hire remote or US-based setters and closers. So that's going to be
Cool.
the education component. Systematized, just like we talked about on the first call, you know?
Now, have you these school communities, are you just promoting them in the US or are you actually promoting outside the US as well too? Because I know you have some closers in Mexico, Colombia, and a couple other countries, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So one of our competitors is doing just where I think you're heading, is teaching setters in Philippines how to become a closer. So they're working with like
Okay.
overseas talent to help them become stronger setters and closers. So they're selling a lower tier program, like a $500 program for overseas people, and then they have like a US based program, which is like for more expensive. So yeah, it would work for anybody, and it would be for us to be able to say, hey, this person's phone ready, they're qualified, they know how to set, they know how to close. Like day one, they're ready to jump on a campaign, you know?
Okay, so let me ask you this question. On these setters and stuff, you're the one that's teaching everyone how to sell and close?
So they normally come with some experience, and we only hire people that have like over 2 years experience on the phone. Like if they're a good rep, we'll put them into like a training camp, and this is sort of like that training camp environment. But if they're like top notch, we can place them right away. But a lot of people were not ready to get placed on a job. So that's why I came up with this idea of the community and downselling them into the 6K program, right?
Yeah,
So
but
what
all the training and stuff, is Alan doing that himself or do you have somebody with you helping you with that?
Yeah, so we took over his training program, which is in his school group, which is pretty good. And on top of that, we're going to be including my new partner's training in there and my training in there. And that's going to be like the hub where there's going to be like a rebuttal Friday, motivation Monday, that's going to be where everybody goes to get involved, you know?
Got
Right.
it. So what's your ultimate goal here with this company? What are you trying to control? What are you trying to accomplish with both of those companies put together? What are you trying to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Well, I want to be said in the same names as Jeremy Minor, and Grant Cardone, like I want to be top sales rev ops guy that can come in and show businesses how to turn more sales into more deals with less leads. Like it comes down to the funnel, the sales, the operations, and the ads. Like I know how to make $1 million funnel. Like where I need to figure out where's my best utilization because I want to eventually do more of like what you're doing, which is like the partner plays and being able to fund the organization and take like a 60-40 split and run it like a producer, you know? So that's where I'm working on some more of those deals. So does that make sense?
Dealing with systems.
Yeah, look at the Robbie scaling with systems. So the
Yeah,
reason why I asked
Rob,
you,
top dude.
that's what Maritza was saying. But the reason why I was asking this question is, okay, so the thing what Jeremy Minor he did was he did have a course and everything. the thing with courses when it comes to sales is you gotta kind of change the game now. There's a lot of people out there. We have Andy, we have Grant was literally the main guy because he literally the amount of money he just put into marketing, he exploded that thing, right? Which opened for a lot of people. But if you go to like if you go on YouTube and you type in sales coach, sales training, it's like it's huge. You go
Um,
to Amazon, you go to Amazon Books, Kindles, whatever, and you talk and you type in sales training, there's a bunch of books. Now, I don't know if you've read the book like Blue Ocean Strategy. Definitely that's a must read, right?
mhm.
So it teaches you basically how do you become somebody in that like sales training thing, but be very different as well. So the cool thing what Jeremy Miner did was he wasn't just doing sales training. The way he created his system was NAPQ, which is you obviously know how Jeremy Miner did, right? Is
Yeah.
like he's not telling you how to pitch. He's teaching you how to ask the right questions so the prospect is closing themselves, which is a different angle,
Yeah.
right? So think about this. If I'm just thinking Allen has all these closers and these setters and everything, he has an army. That's great. Okay. But a company like mine, I want my own army in my company. How can I train? How can I have like an Allen come to into my organization and train my team?
Yeah.
Right?
So I sort of noticed that like so far we've breaking it down in like phase zero. Like they don't have a funnel, they don't have an ad, they're still working on their offer, they still need to get all that together. Those are like people that need to go through the education, they need to go through some level of coaching. They're not even ready for a caller yet. Right. And then we have like phase one where now we have to do the SOPs, we got to do the dialer, we got to get all of the tech, we got to do all of the stuff to set up a sales team. And then some people are ready for us to manage their entire sales team for them, or they want us to come in like yours and train their people and help recruit and do like more of an executive. So I'm finding it's like my marketing gets me all types of people and I have to like filter them in these different like areas. But my ideal client would be somebody spending 20 to 50 grand a month on ads. They have like a 5 to 10 man sales team. They already got their operation down and they need support filling in the gaps. They need setters and callers to make sure every lead's followed up, and they need more system work. Like that's
So,
the ideal guys.
so you have three tiers right now, right? You
Yeah.
have three things you can sell. Out of the three things, give me a percentage of from one, two, and three. Where's the most amount of revenue you have? Is it the low ticket, medium, or high?
No, the most amount of revenue is in the personal coaching and the done for you IT services. We hardly make anything on the hourly of the rep. Really, our unique selling point is if you went to Cole Gordon, he would teach you how to do what you want, but you would actually have to apply everything as an owner yourself,
Yeah.
right? Which I've gone through, how to recruit, hire, grow a team, manage a team, get more people, like it's a headache. So with our system, we have plug and play callers. That's a rarity. Where like today I can put somebody on your campaign. Other companies, they're going to have a ton of Filipinos that are not trained up, or they're going to have people that need a week or two to get on a campaign that they got to pool. So like I think our specialty is done for you services and having the tech, having the ads, having the AI all in one place, and being able to like offer that to smaller businesses without them having to pay up front and get a back end piece. And for larger businesses, having a model where they can license it or buy it out and then like back end consulting, sort of what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. So the way I see it this way is, have you ever had a conversation with a client where you kind of go through a customer journey of saying like, hey, it's you as a business owner and you have one more guy. Now, the sales part of things, let me run the sales part of things in the marketing, right? And you're gonna have these many leads, and I'm gonna take care of that. You just grow your business, and I'm gonna do you done for you model. But my ideal plan is to do a done for you model, let's just say for a year. And then after the second year is I want to help you create you hire an internal person for your sales team, and then I'm going to train that sales team. But in the first year, I'm going to create systems to the point where the SOPs, KPIs, everything's all set up to the point where this sales guy comes in, he's able to jump in there. I will train him so you don't have to. And then I'm the lead of the sales guy. And then here's your salesperson working from here. And then I'm training more people as you adding on more and more and more.
Yeah, exactly. Like my whole goal is to be like a fractional VP of sales slash CTO, RevOps, like CRO guy, right? So like I want to handle the executive level. I want to be able to say, hey, you're a CEO. I'm running a 10-man team for you. You don't even have to worry about it. Here's
Yeah,
your
so basically you
reporting.
would come in and be like, let me be your CSO,
Yeah,
chief sales operator.
yeah,
Yeah.
So in that model, Alan,
yeah.
I worked with you should look him up. His name's Kayvon K. He was one of my clients. In that model, he went through exact everything that you're going through. What
Your mic is muted. He can't hear you.
Sorry, Maris, can you say it again?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. She's about to unmute herself. There you go.
so
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, mute yourself.
Sorry, guys.
Mute the speaker. All right. Testing. Okay. So you muted yourself, Alan. So I came on K, look him up. He was one of my clients. He actually was the guy that grew Dan Locke to what he was, right? He was his number two guy, basically. So anyway, he went through everything that you're going through right now. He did the done for you, he did the consult. Basically, what you're going to continue to run into is the first thing is you have clients in too many tiers,
Correct.
right? You've got too much of a variability between like just starting and a done for you, right? There's too much. There's too much variability. You need to either niche down or really productize
We're getting a lot of feedback.
so that
I'm
you're
sorry.
not custom putting together packages for each of these clients. Does that make sense? You have to like productize it. Like if you're at this tier, this is what you get. If you're at this tier, this is what you get. If you're at
Right.
this tier, this is what you get.
You can't be an a la carte. Alan knows what she's trying to say.
Yeah, you can't be a la
Yeah.
carte. You'll
It's
never be
literally
able to
like,
scale
oh,
that.
here, you know what? Let me give you an example. This will make more sense to you. Hold on, give me 1 second. This is what you need to do. Is okay.
You have like a menu of items.
Look. Here, let me show you something. So right here is our Cambridge advisory thing, right? So whenever we have a client, the reason why we do this is printed and we have a laminate, right? So if we meet you in person, you know this is not changing and it's legitimate. So if I'm a sales guy with you, by the way, you're muted. If you're saying something, I can't hear you. So this right here is just a client journey thing of stage one, stage two, stage three, four, five, six, right? So imagine you having something like this for a client. Even Gabby should think about that too. Then you have this. This is our packages for Cambridge advisory for the CPA tax CFO stuff, right? It tells you on there literally your onboarding fee, what it does, and then it says tier one, tier two, and then on the back it says tier three. And then on the tiers, it says there too is tier one. If you're only making from 0 to 2 million in revenue, you're in tier one. You can't even go to tier two or tier three, right? And then if you're doing 3 to 10, then we recommend tier three, right? And then it says right here, if you're doing 10 million and above, we recommend tier three because it says XYZ. Plus, on top of that, it has the packages and the pricing and everything. So, no matter what, it's a full transparency, no matter what. It won't be like, hey, you're talking to me, Alan, and then you're saying, like, you need this, and you're brilliant a la carte, but it's 10 times easy and simplified when you have a tier system like this.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
easy for people to sell. Number two, it's easier for you to understand. And number three, it's easier for the customer avatar to understand where they belong as well too. And you'll be able to upsell like crazy too. Because then at the end, like right here on the bottom, it literally says add-ons and adjustments.
Mhm,
You can
mhm.
add other services on there.
Wonderful. I'll work on that more. Like that's where I'm thinking like the phase one, the phase two, the phase three sort of makes sense to clients when I'm talking to them. Because some are like just in the go to market strategy, but they're talking about setters and they can't even have enough volume of leads to keep a setter employed.
Yeah,
Right. So
Correct.
I gotta sort of help them scale and realize that. Otherwise they're gonna churn on me,
you you shouldn't make them realize like it should be very fucking clear on like on there like I'm saying it says exactly they will self-identify like if
Correct.
you have to meet a certain criteria to have this tier to get a setter right or to get whatever's included in that package and then what I was going to is actually what you're going to find is that you're doing too much of everything right? You're trying to do the marketing, you're trying to do the sales, you're trying to do everything. What you really need to become is a consultant, right?
Correct.
You sell the consulting first, right? They pay you to diagnose their business, right? They pay you for what you're already doing for free, by the way. They pay you to diagnose their business. If they need a setter, then you place a setter. Sometimes they don't even need setter or sales or whatever. They need better marketing. Sometimes they don't need marketing, they need sales. Does that make sense? Like right now, you're doing this for free anyway. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
you're selling, you're giving away your services, the knowledge, the consulting that you have to be able to sell your services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like for an example, like our account advisor, it says it on here. There's an onboarding fee, and it says full financial analysis, set up for your business and personal, collect and review past tax documents, credit and bank credit statements, entity documents, asset liabilities. All your QuickBooks are going to be mapped out. It's going to give you a forecast for the next 5 years, 3 to 5 years, and then it gives you like a health score as well. So before you get on, it literally tells you what you've done in the past, what you're doing now, what you're going to do in the future. And you pay a $3,000 flat fee for that. And here's your report. And then on that, it tells you like, this is what we would recommend. So you can go to your CPA or tax professional, your CFO, and be like, this is the new plan, right? Or you can just, done for you, you can do it with our professionals and we'll take care of from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So,
you,
so what we've done in the past is charge for like an audit and then credit that amount towards the project
no,
bill.
why are you crediting it though? I wouldn't credit it at all.
Just charge for the audit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yeah, you're just selling yourself short in a way because you put all that time and effort to do it. But here's the thing though, when you're auditing it, you literally have to give them a freaking report. Like our report that we do on the onboarding, it's literally like 5 to 10 pages,
Yeah.
right? 5 to 10 pages, and you just make it nice and brief, and you give them the report so they can have something like, oh shit, and you make it like where every single thing that they're messing up on, you make it red. Everything they're good on, you make it green. Think about it. It's like you going to the doctors and you're getting a full blood work, and they tell you, hey, you're good on your LDL, you're good on HDL, you're good on this, but your depression, high stress, and your cortisol levels are shot. We need to do this, right? Take these supplements. They can do it. Or then what's the next thing they're going to ask you? What brand do you want? What brand of vitamin D3 and K2 do you want me to take? Well, we have a company. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I would never ever do the audit it for free because you're putting your time and effort, and that's just extra revenue coming in no matter what happens. And that just makes you 10 times more credible.
Thank you. Yeah.
you want to make the audit so good. You want to make the audit so good that they could go do it themselves. But you also want to make it so good and so difficult that they're like, but I don't want to. I need to hire you because you're the expert. Like
Correct.
it needs to be a blueprint of like, shit, I know exactly what to do, but actually Alan knows how to do it, so let me just hire him to do
I
it.
just want to work with the expert. And here's the thing, though. You're probably thinking right now is, well, what about if these people take this audit, they do it themselves? I will guarantee you this, Alan, only 20 to 25% of the people will do that by themselves. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to try it themselves, but they don't have the knowledge and the expertise that Alan has. They're going to come back with you in 3 months and be like, just do it for me. But that's where your job comes in as a follow-up to see how things happen. Does that make sense? Because what happens is the reason why they're not successful is they're already not looking at this anyways. It's not their priority. They don't know how to do it, right? You're the expert. You know how to do it. They know now what they're missing, but they're still not going to do it. That's why they haven't done it. Or
They
else,
would
why
have
would they
done
be on a call with Alan,
Yeah. If they would have done it, they would have done it.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly. That's like a guy who's a 300-pound dude going to the gym, getting a doctor's report, paying thousands of dollars on hormonal repair therapy, spending thousands of dollars on eating right and everything. He knows what to do. It's just stop eating ho-hos and Twinkies every single night and just work out more,
It just
right?
it just tastes too good, man.
I know, but still, you know what to do. It's like just don't do it, right? But he's not gonna do, but he's okay spending $1,000 to have a validation that I'm trying to do something,
Yeah.
right? Rather than he's okay of paying like somebody who's a bodybuilder, he's like, I'm gonna pay you $5,000 a month, you work out, but the body needs to look good on me, or go get surgeries done and everything, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'll work on the pricing tier for next week. Um, I think the other thing too that I need help with is so sometimes they don't have the money, right? And so I've been trying to structure like this deal where it's like 2,500 for caller plus management minimum and 2,500 for ads management minimum. So it's a 5K program, right? Because it's not worth it for me to do anything less than 5K, really.
Makes sense.
There's no money on it, right? So what I've been thinking about is like instead of charging, let's say 15 up front, for the setup, what I'm the new way I've been pitching it, but the positioning isn't there yet, and I'm working on the tonality and how to position it, like not I'm needy for the deal, but it was interesting. I pitched this the last couple of times. So I said, look, it's normally 15K for the program up front. But what I'm willing to do for you, since you said you didn't have the budget, is I'm going to take that 15K in the back, right? I'm going to charge an extra 10% of my commission to make up that over the next 3 months to hit that number. So you don't have to pay the upfront, but I want a higher percentage from my 20. Now it's 30. I'm going to collect an extra 10 for that remainder of time. And then once that's done, we go back to our sales agreement. Would you structure it or phrase it that way, or how would you say it?
Yeah, so that sounds good to me. Okay, so what are they getting for the 15 up front? What are they getting and for how long?
Like instead of me charging for a basic CRM, basic funnel, basic dialer, set up at the SOPs, like that's like our tier one program. So normally clients pay 3 payments, 5 grand up front,
Okay.
monthly, right? Depending on the level of client. But if they're like, I've got 2 nickels to rub it together, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm willing to give it a shot. It's on the 20%, which is like the long shot deals of the VC firm that I'm building based off my equity and my consulting, like that's sort of what I'm thinking for those people that can't afford the program, you know,
Yeah.
like give them a little bit of a caller part-time, give them a little bit of an ads person part-time.
But my question to you is, Alan, like, then why are you even wasting your time for these clients then? So that means they're not even doing $1 million revenue. They're on a brand new business. Why are you even wasting time? They don't even need a caller. They don't need a dialer or anything like that. I would just charge them a consulting fee and that's it.
Some of them can't even pay the consulting fee.
Well, then I'm sorry. I can't do business with you. Why are you wasting your time then?
Yeah, that's not your client.
Yeah, that's not your yeah, exactly. That's not your ideal client. I know Alan's a nice guy. He's a sweetheart. He wants to help out everybody. I see it. But then if it's not feeding your plate, it's literally you're trying to do this, but you're pulling yourself down by helping the wrong audience. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
then I would just tell him, like, hey, bro, this is my consulting fee. This is what I can do for you. I would love to help you. But here's the thing. Right now, you can't afford me. There's other services out there that can afford you can afford. Go with them. Once you get to the point where you can afford me, let's freaking rock and roll. And I'm here for you. And I guarantee you we'll get the best result together. Simple and sweet.
I was gonna say you have a low ticket service now.
Yeah.
Put them in your community, make some money,
There you go.
become a closer, make some money, and then maybe you can afford me.
There you go.
Yeah. That was the idea of also this community, because then I can be like, look, I don't have the time to find you a setter or closer. It takes a lot of time of Alan to vet them for you. Here's the community, go there yourself, create a free account, put up your job posting and have them message you. Right. And that's sort of like the done for you serve the done that they can do it themselves at like a low tier, charge of $100 a month to get access to all the setters.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And then so yeah, I would just do that where you're just kind of teaching them to get to the level to the point where they're able to get to the point where they can afford you, right? But
Yeah.
rather than you being a like that way you're not sounding so douchey or anything like that, but you're still providing them the service of like, hey, well, you can't do this, but you can do this. Do you commit yourself on that? Right? Because here's the thing though, your client needs to do at least 1.5 to 2 million of revenue for you to work them for them to work for you so they can be profitable, you can be profitable. Simple and sweet. Anything below the 1.5 is they have to be their own closer. Simple and sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
And
So
that
just think
and
about it.
so and so totally like you said, like that 1 year plan and that 2 year plan for the people that are in that like 50 to like 50K to 80K a month, that 1 to like 2 mil, they're trying to get out of being a closer themselves. So that program
Correct.
works
That's your
just for those
ideal
guys.
client. That's your
Yeah.
ideal client. is, hey, you don't want to be the closer. I have the closers, or I can build you a team or whatever the hell it is. That's when you jump in. So you're just looking at the wrong lens.
Got it.
But
All
now
right.
the beauty of it is since you do have the community, you have that low ticket thing going on, you can just bam push it up there. But I mean, again, my other question for you would be, Alan, is like, are you doing these calls or is your team handling your sales calls too?
I got to do my same medicine for myself, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like for me, I don't do any of the sales calls for my company, right? Like I don't do anything unless it's like it's
Top
needed
tier
for
guy.
me. It's
Yeah.
it's a top tier deal. Like we're talking to like Saudi Arabia government type of thing,
Yeah.
20, 30 million deal. So more like a partnership type of thing. We're buying a company out. Then that's where I kind of get involved. But even then, it's kind of like there's layers to get until that like the book comes to my desk or something like that, and I approve it, and then depends if I'm gonna make the decision or whatnot, right? But you're pitching something and you're not following it either is kind of like that's the only growth that you're going to be able to get. Make
Yeah,
sense?
that's why wins for this week. Ads went live. We already got 5 DM leads for my free book and my free guide. So we're starting to get more traction.
Good.
And it says on the very top, only apply if you're a business making over 20K a month. We're going to test that. Then we're going to do 50K. Then we're going to do 80K. See what the lead volume's looking like. So I'm starting to try to be more. I am working on being more and more exclusive for the right buyers.
Good. 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 And then you just need more closers for your own self too, so that you can get that going as well. You know?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Thank you, brother.
Awesome. Awesome.
Shannon has a
Who's it?
Shannon.
Shannon. You have a hand? Perfect. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you? How are
Fan-
you guys doing tonight? I
Fantastic.
appreciate this call. Thank you so much. I'm gonna shift a little bit on you. There's something that you said at the expo and it's been hitting me and then really just like, and you said it just a few minutes ago before you and Alan got on the phone and or got on the call. But you said that you have to be very, very, very detailed and specific as to what you want. And I remember you asking this really young guy in the audience, and he was very young. He had been in his 20s or whatever. It's like, if you want this wife, then you want her with blonde hair, blue eyes, blah, 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 right? Whatever. And so what I'm finding is I'm more of a creative person. I come up with an idea and I know it can work and I can make it work. But and excuse this example, but I'm standing on this side of the bridge and that bridge is really, really long and I see all the buildings, I see all the glitz, I see all the things that I know that I'm trying to get to that section for. However, somebody's asking me, okay, well, what house do you want to live in when you get there? What car do you want to drive? It'd be very specific. I can't seem to get to a specific of exactly what I mean, I know what I want, but it's like I can't get to that specific because I'm okay with choice A, B, and C because it's still
That's
the
the
same
problem.
thing that I want.
That's the problem. You ask any successful, hyper successful person, they never had option one, two, and three. They only had one option, and that shit better work. That's the problem with a lot of unsuccessful business owners and unsuccessful people who do not freaking do it. Let me give you an example. Out of GNC, right? And then my dad has his own gas station as well, right? I was
Okay.
21 years old when I had the GNC business. Now, what's hard? I have an option one and option. I didn't have the GNC. My dad had a gas station. I could have just said, you know what, screw this. Let me just work with my dad's business. It's super easy for me, right? But I wanted to
Hmm.
do my own thing. So I went with my own thing. Then the GNCs were going down. I started helping my dad out for the business. And I'm like, maybe, this is not working out for me. Maybe I can do this, right? Well,
Hmm.
then that right there, I was like, I was in there. I was doing perfectly fine. But something that kept hitting me was I'm not made for this. I'm more destined for a lot more different things. Like this is way too easy for me. I got into the e-commerce business, and then from there, I could have literally, with all the ups and downs in the e-commerce business, I could have said, you know what, screw this shit. Let me just go back to here. Back to
Okay.
helping my dad running his business and everything, the family business. But I said, no, let me burn the bridge and let me just focus on this thing that I really want to do. So then I left my dad's business, fully focused on the e-commerce and had one. although I had only one option, which is the e-commerce, I never once thought like, you know what, if it goes bad, I can still work for my dad. If it goes bad, I can still work for my dad. I was like, no, this shit has to work out. I have cousins
Okay.
who work for their dad. They run their family business, but they've always had that mindset. Dad has money, right? Dad has his
Hmm.
own business. I'm talking about my own cousin. He's a freaking biomedical engineer. He has a doctorate degree, but he's running his dad's gas station business where he could have been like a CEO of a very high-end company, very talented guy. But he let that go because he's helping his dad in his business. And he says it all the time. Well, he goes, dude, like, well, once your dad passes away, that's your money too. I was like, no, dude, that's his money. This is mine, right? I
Right.
don't want to see his
Mhm.
shit. That's the difference mindset you have to have. There's no option A, B, and C. It's opt that one freaking option. That's it.
Okay, so when you got super hyper focused on the thing you wanted, you had to be very specific as to the way it looks, the way it is. But if you're not, it's like in my mind, I know the results are there. I know what's going to be the result, but because I don't know my how, and I don't know all my actions to get there, it's it's hard for me to really dial in and say, okay, well, it has to look like this and it has to do this because I don't know if that right there is going to work. So I want to be able to divert and move, but do you just put in your hypersensitive, like this is the way it's got to be, and then just divert as you can, or how you do you know what I'm saying? Like
So,
that, I think that's what's stopping me from pushing as hard as I could because it's like I couldn't even sit down and tell you write it down and say, okay, this is how this looks, this is the step, this is that, this is this, and this is why it's going to work because this is how it's going to come out.
so here's the thing though. Have you taken the first step?
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, what happened after the first step? Have you taken the second step? Have you gotten closer to it?
Yes,
Then have you taken the third step? Have you gotten closer to it? Here's the thing.
yes.
Here's the thing. As long as you know what your real purpose is and where your end
Okay,
goal is at, the journey to it is going to change multiple times.
okay,
It's not going to be
okay.
like this. If it's like this, it's way too small, way too easy, right? But you're
Yeah,
trying, like for me, right? I know exactly where I'm going and how I got here this far. It's been a freaking roller coaster. If I told you, I'm like, how the
okay,
hell did you even do this? Like, holy crap, how are you standing here, right? But that's
right,
the beauty of it. You have to enjoy the damn journey, right?
okay,
Just don't quit and just enjoy the journey, embrace it. But there will be times when you have to pivot. That's business. You have to pivot.
okay,
There's things you can control. There's things you can't control in life. Whatever you can control, you focus on that, right?
okay.
There will be
Hmm.
times in my company, there's people that left my company. That's fine. I can't control them. I give them the
Right,
opportunity. It's okay. Well, shit, I bitch and moan then, but guess what happened? Once that person left, that door opened up for a better person, for a better position in the company, which taking my revenue, boom. For an example, Maritza's right here, right? There was another person that was in kind of like a Maritza spot. If this one thing didn't happen, right? Literally, this one thing, 1 hour didn't happen in my life, and that person didn't act
hmm,
that way, and I was just so hurt, right? She would not be sitting right here in the position she is right in front of me because that person was there,
okay,
right? And then
right,
there's so many different things that in the past few week, I've mapped out in my life. Like, holy crap, I'm so freaking blessed of how I'm connected with people. Like, why was I complaining this person did this for me? Because if they didn't do this, I would have not thought about this, and this person would have been not added here. I would have not
right.
done this business because I got pissed off from the freaking bank, and I would have not left this bank to go to this bank, and
Got it. Okay,
that's the beauty of it. It's not going to be smooth, but the thing is, this never ever make an emotional decision. When I'm saying with
yeah,
an emotional decision, when things happen to you, just let it be, right? Let it be, absorb it. But don't make a
okay,
decision until 3 to 4 days after when you methodically think about it, right? And then
okay,
it's easy. All you have to think about is this. Here's a problem. Here's a solution. Okay. Now, what is the best solution I'm going to do? And just map that thing out. Think it methodically like that, but not
okay.
emotionally, just logically, but it has to go towards your goal. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm training myself right now. I'm going through this little phase of like being very, and I know this probably sounds very sexist, but I'm really trying to think like a man in this sales world that I'm in. Because you guys are very logical, very to the point, data driven, and this, and that's not ever been me. But I know that in order to be successful in what I do, I've got to be my numbers got to be right, my logic's got to be right, and it's got to be backed up by data and that type of stuff versus what I think or this and that and the other. So
Yeah.
okay, that's
So,
perfect.
so to that point is men are always logic, women are always emotional. That's why,
Hmm.
reason why men in business, they've been very successful. And now slowly women are starting to be successful in CEOs. They're starting businesses and everything. But if you look
Right.
at the top women who are up there, who are very successful, they're CEOs or they've built their own business, they've understood the game of being logic
Okay.
and put their
Yep.
emotions on the side. So you got
Okay.
to think based off of that is when it comes to business, it's literally just numbers and data and logic. That's it. There's no emotions involved in there. There will be times where people, for an example, you're running a company with your spouse or something, you're 50-50, right? And the spouse fucks up or you're about to get divorced or something like that. Emotionally, that's as a woman is going to be a train wreck for you. Right?
Yeah. I
What
don't have
happens
this
to a
problem.
guy? What happens to a guy? What does the guy do? The guy blocks his emotion and he focuses straight up as logic. This is what I need
Yeah.
to do next. That's
Yep.
the hardest part for a woman, a pill to swallow is when do I block my emotions, right? And when do I open my emotions and when do I need to be logic? But
Okay.
that's natural in a female. So don't beat yourself on it. But over the experience, you learn how to use your vulnerability at the right spot, be the female at the right spot, but also be alpha when it needs to be alpha.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it absolutely does. And I'm glad the way you're putting it is exactly how I've been teaching myself and learning from other people and just really mirroring that piece of it. I like I said, your conversation was very specific to me, and it's just been going through my mind about the being very specific as to what you want so that you know how to fight through all the obstacles to get to it. And maybe I got it misunderstood as far as like knowing the color of a car that I want. I don't give a damn about the color. If I want a Bentley Continental GT, I don't give a damn if it's black, blue, green, or yellow. I just get to the point of being able to afford the Bentley Continental GT. And that's what I'm trying to think of as I keep moving forward. Okay. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing
All
is
right.
too, like there's a materialistic part of things, but then there's purpose-driven part of things as well too.
Yeah, I was just using it as examples.
So
So
there's
yeah,
like you have to kind of like put in those perspective. It gets to the
I got
point
you.
where you have all the materialistic stuff, it doesn't even freaking phase you anymore, right?
Yeah, no, I
So,
don't.
so
Yeah.
kind of work your vision board needs to work out both ways. It's
Okay.
purpose and then materialistic. Materialistic is for you. Purpose is like, I have all this. Okay, what's after I have all this? What's the next chapter of my life?
Yeah, no, I got you. Yep. Because that's the way I'm doing everything now. It's like, what is the results of this strategy? It's to leave my children with stuff, leaving a legacy, having high impact on the world and people who I'm going to be impacting. And then as things come to me, I'll gratify whatever I want in between. So no, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. And
Thank
then
you. Thank you so much. I
And then
appreciate that.
talking about like, like you said your kids, you want to leave stuff for your kids too.
Hmm.
It's like my second question would be, I ask everybody whenever they say the statement is like, you can leave something to them or you can make them to the value where they appreciate what you leave them to. Like there's a saying, what they
Right.
say is like, it's not what you leave to them, it's what you leave in them. So you got to kind of play the
I
both.
agree. Okay.
I have a
Yes.
five-year-old son. I have a 5-year-old son, and I've been priming his mind about that stuff too. Like, this is all daddy stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm putting in the values of him and teaching him reading books of like, becoming fearless, becoming, mindset and everything at a 5-year-old age. So he understands how things are being developed, right?
Right. That
Putting him
makes sense.
into the right rooms, adding value in that perspective.
That makes total
Right?
sense.
So
Yep.
to me, it's like this is just my thing. My responsibility to my son is to put him into the best spot so he can be successful and put him in the best like knowledge and education, give him enough information, as I call it, flashlights, to the point where
Right.
he can guide himself and make the right decisions in life so he can go execute. But he's okay to follow back on me and ask me, hey, Dad, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
You're a
No, I got you.
teacher. As parents, we forget that we're teachers. But
Mm-hmm.
what do? We just hold them like this and we're trying to do everything for them, which is the worst thing they can do as a parent.
Yeah.
You know, we're supposed
Agree.
to be teaching them, okay, I'm going to be right behind you. Let me guide you how to go as a leader. So you make your own
Yeah.
decision. It's your decision, your accountability, your action steps, and then you teach them that way so they understand, like, well, shit, if I smoke weed, this is what's going to happen. If I don't smoke weed, this is what's going to happen. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's perfect. I got you. Okay. So now I think I was just focusing too much on something that doesn't even matter right now. It's more the pathways and just making sure they're open and stuff. So, okay.
Right.
Perfect. I
Yep.
appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Cool. Alrighty, guys, that wraps it up for this week. And another thing, I want to let you guys know that this would be a last call for the year. I do have you said Maritza, one more next week. It's a bonus one. We're gonna give a bonus one next week, and we'll wrap it up on that one, and then we'll start something brand new, fresh, possibly next year. And there's a lot of cool things we're about to do in 2026. We'll let you guys know next week. All right. Take care. You guys have the rest of the holiday. If I don't see you guys, the next week is gonna be the last bonus call. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So exciting. Thank you.
Thank you.